at shorts right now on gold. So just bear with me a second while I'm just trying to get set up. Oh, what just happened there? Let's move you to, I'm gonna go to, hi guys. I just want to get you to, I'm not trading this one anymore because we've done the day. Bollocks. Okay. Ah, TikTok, you're messing with my screens. See if we can get short on gold. Just waiting for a wick up. Okay, there we go. Wick up. All right, the trade is placed, but right, I didn't want to do it on this account, but damn it. So YouTube, I'm going to show you where. There you go. YouTube, you should be able to see it partial. Okay, so YouTube, okay, TikTok, we're changing now. There you go. You should be able to see it. So, uh, okay, so let's see if we can get triggered and hit some TPs before the news is out. Yes, we have a sell stop in place on gold. So sell stop, extended target's about 44. So 44.50 extended targets, 44.80. Yeah, that's it. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be answering too many questions just yet because I want to see if we can get triggered. Yeah, so sell stop is in place on gold. Initial 10 pip first target with extended targets around 30 pips. So if you are in the live stream, guys, it's a sell stop. Sell stop. Remember, right, this is purely education, guys. I'm just reiterating what I do and why I do it. So let me just put this on here. Good afternoon, Anna. Uh, Let me just put something up on the screen. Yeah, it is dropping, but that's, I mean, it is rallying, but I don't mind that because we have a sell stop in place underneath the low of the bullish candle right now. Okay, so let me just grab that. Let's put this in here. Let's make that a bit bigger and move it over there. Okay, so now I can relax a little bit. I don't mind. Hey, there. Okay, so basically we have a range trade in place. So let me explain the range trade. Range trade. We need 4 reference points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and we've come back to tap the same level. So we've got more than 4 reference points. Then we need to see sellers come into play. Sellers came into play, gave us a nice big seller candle into this range area. We still have clear candle space of at least, let's just change this so you know where I'm looking at my support area. So I want to be out of any trade before we get down here. Okay. Do I mind that it's rallying? No, not at all. So initial take profit is 10 pips. 10 pips. When will I close the trade? I'll close the trade if we get close above this resistance level. So now we've got a deep wick retracement, and I'm looking for sellers to come back in, grab the low of this candle and push it back down. Okay, so first take profit is 10 pips, and then my full exit is at 32 pips. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Remember, this is just a very simple little range trade based on price action. Now, the deeper it goes, should we trigger in this next 10 minutes, the higher the probability we will hit take profit, in my opinion. Why do I say that? Well, if we've just reversed 32 pips and then we fail to break the highs and we reverse in the same candle and break the low, that's a big shift in sentiment. Yeah. Hi, Anna. Anyone else on YouTube? You're all a bit quiet. Um, yeah, so guys on TikTok, happy Friday. Guys on YouTube, happy Friday. Hi, Said. How you doing, bud? So tired. Dan's a bit tired this afternoon. Is that because of all the money you've made this week, Dan? I know you've had an excellent week in the markets. So remember, we've got comics opening in 24 minutes. So it's usually a good time to see some significant moves. So let's just drop these in, drop this in, so you know what I'm looking at. Now, range trades that we've taken today, one here, this one, two here, this one, three here, this one. So we've had 3 nice little range trades already from the same setup. Let me explain. Rejection, seller candle, wick up, break the lows. Ignore this because this is where we get stopped out. Here, rejection, buy a candle, wick down, buy the highs, trade it all the way up into this area. Here, sell a candle, wick up, sell the lows. Same process, just rinse and repeat. Everyone, if you follow that, just drop a like on the stream or type a yes. Okay, so I don't know if you saw, guys, but for new members, because we've relaunched under Mark Owen Concepts, brand new. I am taking the first 20 people at 71% discount for the annual membership. So annual membership will be the same price as 5 months, okay? 5 months on the current discounted rate. So if you're interested, then just go to my stand store. The link is in the chat in the bio. So you can just click on there. Have a look. Jamelia, welcome. So yeah, there's some big old discounts going around at the minute. It's just an exciting time as we've relaunched. Mark Owen Concepts is the way we're going. Simple branding. Hi, Danny Lex, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. News, yeah, news is at 130 PCE. But look, I would like to be at break even before we get there. If price is still up here when the news comes out, I'll leave the order in. Likelihood is it'll be too far away from triggering. In fact, if price is up here and I'll cancel the order. If news spikes up, I'll sell the low of the news candle. That's what I'll do. If it breaks up and continues to push higher, I'll wait for the 5. Could it be a range trade on the DAX 15-minute chart if current candle? Let me have a look. Yeah. Uh, so let me have a look at reference points. Yeah, you could use that, Anna. How many pips you got? Yeah, 60 points based on the current price. So yeah, you could use that. I would prefer shorts from this area as well, but if price keeps going up, we're going to kill our order, guys. If price keeps going up and we close above here, we're going to kill our order and just wait for the news. Auto ABA, welcome. The mighty gift has just joined. Welcome. Um, have we got any new people to the stream today? Have we got any new people? If there's anyone new, please just say hello and where you're logging in from. Jamelia FX. Jamelia, what do you usually trade? I tell you what, I can say, Jamelia's got some nice nails. Yeah. Whereabouts are you based, Jamelia? Ryan Boardman, good afternoon. Hello from South Africa. Whereabouts in South Africa are you? I love South Africa. What an awesome place. Amazing people, amazing food, great wines. Rapture Ready, Apparel, Port Elizabeth. Not been to Port Elizabeth. Not been to Port Elizabeth. I've done quite a few places. Worked in Joburg for about 2 years. What was that spike in the last 5 minutes? Mm, don't really see any abnormal movement. So yeah, I don't think there's anything abnormal in the movement there on gold. Just waiting for it to drop. Oh, mm, there we go. Let's get a bit more space. So I was on YM. Yeah. You trade the futures then, Ryan. Nap Bap, good afternoon. Daoud Mohammed, good afternoon, sir. Welcome. Not a lot happening here. Don't trade that one, so that can go. Close. Done. So we do have a sell. Yeah, funded just trading YM, nothing else. Okay, yeah, nice. We just trade NASDAQ, DAX, and gold. Gold and DAX predominantly in the morning sessions, and gold and NASDAQ in the afternoon sessions. Magix is back. Good afternoon, Magix. You are becoming a regular now. Anyone else a regular here now? Oh, it's Friday though, isn't it? I can see numbers are down on Friday. Normally quite a few people in by now, but we're probably about 80 to 100 down on normal. MCFC, here he is, one of the regulars. Who have you got this weekend? Right, let's cancel this order for now because it's not triggered on that candle. Right. Zedrix, how are we doing? Welcome. Burnley. Oh, it should be 3 points for you there. Uh, dear. Jez, I'm not sure for you, mate. You're up against the start of the Ryder Cup, Mark. Oh, well, that's true as well. I did wonder why I saw one of my friends share something about the Ryder Cup today. Yeah, I forgot. At least that's some good viewing for the weekend. Let's see football. Funny old game. I don't know. I think since Donnarumma's coming for you boys, it's definitely shored things up at the back a bit. Uh, all Sinji, good afternoon. Hi, Nick. Who else we got on YouTube? Saeed, Anna, Dan, Nick. Okay, so do you know what? Hmm. I'm actually still going to put that order back in, guys. I'm looking at it as a range on the 30 as well. Hmm. Yeah, let's put that back in. 12 minutes. So I'm going to put it back in on the basis that if it triggers in the next 12 minutes, we should get our partials. I, I'm not sure. The likelihood of it happening is very low, but with comics coming in soon, news coming in soon, uh, can you re-explain the gold analysis? Yeah, we'll do, mate. So um, you can see the range better on the lower time frame, but effectively, you've got one, two. This is third rejection of the same zone. And down here, we've got one, two, three. So for me to take a range trade, I need four points of reference. So one, two, three, four. And then I would start looking at potential range trades. If not, um, then I would need to look at BPCs or wait for it to break out of the range. So we've seen the market reject here, then sellers have come in, we've closed back down. So the next thing I'm looking for is the price to push up and then break the lows. Now the 15-minute didn't work, but if we look at the 30 is still valid. We've had a seller candle and rejected. So this next candle we've pushed up, we're still live, we've got 11 minutes left. So if we break the low of this candle, then we can look to get short and trade it down to the bottom of the range. First TP is just 10 pips. Oh, why did you cancel your order? I canceled my order because on the 15 it closed up here. So I said it needed to trigger on the 15 minute, but then I just looked at it the higher time frame. The setup is still the same on the higher time frame, so we still have 11 minutes left. Now, yeah, I think it's going to be a bit tight this season as well. Did that make sense, Rachel? If it made sense, just drop a like or a yes in the chat. Lurching's back. Good afternoon. Just joined. Were you looking for a sell? Yeah, was looking for a sell. Um, as sellers came in, pushed price down, and then uh, price pushed back up to tap the zone. I'm not going to sell there. I want it to break the lows. Lurching up 47 quid today. Lovely. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Keep that profit in the bank. Keep that profit in the bank today. So remember, we've got 10 minutes now for the news. I want to see if we can get to like break even um, before the news. So we'll see if we trigger. It's too hard to keep myself back and not jump in on a trade. If you find that, then you have to just, this could go down, could go up. Remember, it can go either way. We just have to trade what we see. And Christ, what's in this coffee today? All I've done today is yawn. Uh, yeah, so listen, remember, the markets can go up and down and they can wipe us out as quickly as we can make profits. So first thing you need to do is make sure 4% on Euro New Zealand. Awesome. Now, MCFC, this I don't like paper trading. Does anyone know why I don't like paper trading? Why do you think I don't like paper trading? Uh, but I've not sold yet, Lurchin. I'm selling on the break of the low. Um, okay, this is going to sound really bad. Uh, what was the question? What did I ask you? Oh, why don't I like paper trading? Yeah. Why don't I like paper trading? Yeah, no emotions. The psychology of it. Yeah, because it's not real money. You don't understand if you see something that's 3% or 4%, it doesn't mean anything to you because you know that even if you just let it run, the money's not yours. If it goes against you, the money's not yours. It just doesn't have the same impact. You're not going to get the dopamine kicks. You're not going to get the fight or flight mode. It's not going to affect you in the ways that when you look at an account and you know it's your cash on the line or it's your prop fund on the line, you're going to get loads of different emotions. So paper trading for me, there's only one time it should be done. And the one time it should be done is as you are learning how to use the platform. And that's more for functionality and to navigate around the platform. So how do I do a buy stop? How do I do a sell stop? How do I kill a trade? How do I move my stop loss? How do I close half of the position? How do I close a percentage of the position? They're all the things you want to know before you actually go ahead and trade live, okay? So that's where paper trading or demo accounts come in handy. After that, you get rid of them. After that, you get rid of them because all they're going to do is they're going to build up a false sense of security that when you come to trade, you're basically going to have to relearn how to trade again. Okay, so just bear that in. I'd much rather you start with $200 or $300 and trade at 0.01 because then you're going to get some understanding of how you're going to act when the market goes against you or when the market's moving for you. Uh, do you sell at the break and retest? No, I'm not a break and retest trader, just price action. If it happens to retest, then fine. I just need the markets to break out. I'll trade the breakout. Once they've broken out and carried on going, I'll look for a continuation trade. And that could be a retest. It could come below the previous resistance. It could come all the way down to the previous support, as long as it doesn't go lower than it. Thanks for the follow and thanks for the share, FX1. Busty boy, welcome. Who's this? As So let me know how long you guys have been trading for while we're waiting for something to happen. How long have you been trading for, guys? Is it long time, a year, less than a year? Just finding your feet, trying to find someone who can help you trade that isn't a scam artist. Oh, damn it, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Um, so um, right now, we've got what? Dabbling since 2020. Man, you got, and you're still trying to find your feet a little bit, mate. You need to knuckle down, find one thing and stick to it. Good afternoon, guys. No trades yet. Um, I'm gonna leave this as long. Oh, where's it gone? I'm gonna leave this as long as I can. Oh, I know. Let's, let's wait. Let's take it off. No point. No point running the gauntlet with the news. This year I've been focusing on gold only. Okay, nice. Keem, thanks for the follow. Ma Magix has been trading for a year. Adler Mark, good afternoon. Manjeet, good afternoon. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the news to come out. Then we can make a decision. Let me just have a quick look on TradingView, and then I will make some kind of don't even like that. Right. I tell you what I want to happen. I want the news to come up and then I'm going to look to sell. That's what I want to happen. So, news to come out. I want the candle to shoot off to the upside and then I'm going to sell underneath the low. Uh, I'm just trying to see. Right. Okay, so there's no order in yet, but I want it to go up first. If it goes up first, I will look to sell the low of the candle. So this is what I'm looking for. On the as the news comes out, there we go. I want it to go up. Okay, just went straight down. So let's get rid of that. Let's have a look, see what happened. What was the news? Uh, as forecast. As forecast. Hmm. Hmm. Not really, really. Okay, so let me just have a look. High time frame. Okay, so we can look for buys above this range if we get a close outside of it. But that means we're gonna have to wait a good 15 minutes or so. Okay, yeah. So 15 things we're gonna wait for. Are you trading? What the fuck? Are you trading CRT or Malaysian SNR? No idea what they are, and I don't do either. Um, I just have very simple studies price action. That's it. So I don't need any funny names. It's just price action. So sorry, inner wellness to be boring, but yeah, no funny names. Just I'm gonna have to Google this now. What the hell is Malaysian SNR? Malaysian SNR. Ah, these people absolutely crack me up. Malaysian SNR refers to a forex or crypto trading strategy that uses support and resistance levels derived from higher time frames. Why do they have to package it up with some stupid names? Aspects refer to a specific methodology as an indicator developed by the trading guide. So basically, the trading guide has just created some kind of indicator that tells you where support and resistance is that I can teach you where that is in 30 seconds. So just ignore any kind of crap online that gives all kind of fancy names and packages it up in a particular manner, okay? Because all it usually is a regurgitated, botched method of some kind of price action system, okay? So just whenever you see anything with uh, a fancy name, just stand back, look, listen, Google it for a second, Uh, and you'll just see that. I mean, I don't even know who the trading guide is. Who is the trading guide? Let's have a look, see who they are. Uh, Let me just type that back in again. Hmm. So here, while we're waiting for gold to do something, so here I'm going to give whoever these people are some free promo. Look at this. Malaysian SNR refers to whoever that is. The trading guide. Let's have a look who these people are. The trading guide. UK broker awards. Awards, interesting. Most people will buy them. The highest bidder can get a award for the best trading educator. Um, yeah, YouTube, the trading guide. Let's see who these guys are. Find better clarity about. Yeah, but uh, it's just support and resistance. Literally, I mean, no, I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry. I was gonna give him some free promo, but I can't bring myself to do it. I just, I just know it's such a minefield out there for most traders that they will see someone that is, look, all I'll say is if whoever the Malaysian SNR is, if they're going to sit in front of you, they're going to explain what they're doing, and they're going to trade it live in front of you on a daily basis, then fine, there's probably something to it. But if they're just going to give you, this would have been an excellent setup if you did this, but, and here is an excellent chart, but, no. How about whoever it is, if they're good at what they're doing and they can explain it to whoever, then they just go live and show you. And then, do you know what? If then you like what they're doing, and if then you want to be part of their community, then you commit and start investing in yourself. But that's why I do this, right? You can see what I do, and if you like it, you join. If you don't like it, you don't join. But if you like it and can't afford to join, guess what? You just come to the freeze anyway. So that's where I'm at with this industry. Yeah, no, I get it in a wellness. I get it. And that's the problem. YouTube, there's so much info and there's like 60 million ways to trade. Okay, but what you'll find is the way a lot of people will put some, basically a lot of people online, what they can do is they can get a turd and they can package it up and make it look all fancy and put a price tag to it and then sell it. Yeah, so just be really, really careful. You don't want to see things all flowered up and jizzy jazzy and all that because once it gets to that stage, yeah, listen, I with my brand or whatever, yeah, I've got certain things that will stand out and be a little bit eye-catching, or I hope they are anyway. Um, but I won't package everything up to, that's why I'm here live streaming. So I stream live so you can see what I do, why I do it, understand the methodology behind it. If you like it, you stay. If you like it and you think, do you know what, I want to delve into that more and more, then you join the membership. But what I will tell you guys is if you think I'm going to do something different on the membership to what I do here, I don't. So you can ask any of the members, would I look for a 5 minute continuation? No, Dan, because it's not moving. It's a crappy bit of news, and it's barely done anything. So good question, because you know that I would normally look for 5 minute um, movements, but it's barely moved. So yeah, I'm not interested. Lurchin's made himself 300 quid this week. Well done, buddy. Pleasure, mate. That's I'm glad the stream has been of use to you. Right, okay, sorry, Dan. I just got on a bit of a verbal about Malaysian SNR. Never heard of it. So that's what happens, guys. Unfortunately, and also, as you probably gathered about my question earlier, I can ask you a question, and if someone catches my attention with something else, I sometimes forget the question that I just asked. So I do apologize. So if I ask something and then you see me look a bit vague, it's because I'm trying to remember what I just asked you. Hi, Vicky. Thanks for the follow. Dream Chaser. Thanks for the follow. Let's hope we can help you chase those dreams on here. So one thing you're not going to see in here, guys, is loads and loads of trades. I think anyone that tries to encourage a lot of trades has an ulterior motive. Okay, so you want to focus on the process. You know, like one of my members this morning said he'd just got his eyes on the finish line. I was like, don't have your eyes on the finish line. The finish line is dangerous. Keep your eyes on the process. Focus on the process, and you will arrive at the finish line. Everyone's finish line is going to be a little bit different. Where your finish line is for today or next week will be different from the person next to you. Everyone's finish line is going to be so different based on risk appetite, how much capital they're working with, how much time they have available, where they are in their trading journey. Okay, so just remember where you are, and then you can make educated assessments. Not really liking gold again, guys. It's this candle's messed up the range now. Um, yeah. Any questions, guys? Keep the questions coming in because I'm a little bit stuck with anything to look at the minute. Mm, I think if I was looking at the DAX, the only thing I'm interested in is above here, really. Let's see what that's like. Uh, so I think with the DAX, you know what? If See, Anna, this right, for those of you, Anna was asking about would we have a sell setup here? Now, by trading the rules that I give, you wouldn't have got caught because look, we wait for a wick up. You know, some people would just, based on certain charting techniques, they'd look to sell here, right? Once the seller candle comes in, once the seller's in, they sell with stops above the highs. The beauty about, oh, it's just so there's a grid. There we go. The beauty about implementing, EA, hi Mark, I have a habit of entering the stop loss when in profit instead of the beginning. Can't seem to stop doing this. Recently getting caught as soon as I enter it. Reverses. Any suggestions? Um, yeah. Uh, any suggestions? Yeah, I do actually. Um, use something like Magic Keys or Trade Assistant. Are you using a No, I don't have any trades open at the minute. Abasha. Um, use MT5 on your phone or on a PC. If you do it on a PC or laptop, oh, you have Magic Keys as well. Uh, Um, yeah. No, no open trades. If you've got magic keys and you're not using it and you know what you're doing, there's nothing else I can really give you any advice on. Yeah, because you know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it. My win rate is high, however, my big losses start to eat into the profit for the day. Okay, so that's a different thing. So losses, you want to start looking at how you can manage those. So the losses will come from um, maybe not looking at price action, maybe not looking if you're looking to enter a buy and it's created a low, then breaks the high. You then don't want to be in that trade if it breaks the low again. So maybe you need to start looking at how you um, no, you're going to be scared to lose a trade if you don't have any rules. Okay, so no, I mean, the biggest thing I can say to you is, on in terms of, I mean, I don't know your current position, but look, you can drop me a WhatsApp on 07356237138, and you can ask me a couple of questions on there, and I'll try and help what I can. No open trades at the minute, and to be fair, the markets are static. Yeah, so if anyone does want, yeah, this is the UK WhatsApp number, so it's +44 um on there. Yeah, so we're just waiting now, guys. Need to see a close above the range, really. I'm not interested in any sells below this area. If price was to come up, then have a strong sell-off, I would look for um, like a range trade from support. But yeah, nothing there. What have we got going on? Uh, bear with me a second, guys. Uh, One second, guys. Bear with me. Um, Hang on a sec. Sorry, guys. One second. Right, there we go. Review of the week, good, bads, overalls. I just want to take you on this. Don't want to waste your time. Yeah, no worries, buddy. No worries. No. Big swings followed. Thank you, big swings. Now, big swings, is that in relation to the trading, or are you a bit of a golfer? There's maybe another way we could look at that as well, but don't want to go down that path. Um, Swing trader, nice, nice, nice. I used to be a swing trader before Trump came into power for the first time. And then I completely lost my passion for swing trading. And ever since I started to work on day trading, my patience has been, well, I literally don't have any patience anymore. I've definitely changed as a person for trading. I've got patience outside of trading, but not with it. Um, uh, Dan, Dan, give us what's that question or remark to review of the week, goods, bads, overall. I do scout, but swinging works for me. The patience is still there. Oh, nice one. Dan, just go over what that means, mate. Did I miss it while I had my head out of the way? There's just nothing. Um, just in general, how has my week? My week's been excellent. What is it? 91% success rate this week. Any bad trades? I wouldn't say bad, but I did have a loss today. Uh, what was that one? So, because I've had a lot of one-to-one sessions today. We took this trade here, the 15-minute, shorted that. Then we took it on a 30, which was this one, and the loss was this bit here, that retracement candle. So that was my loss. We then traded this candle here. So I traded a flip entry based off the 15 when we had this. So as it broke its own low, pushed up, broke its own low, traded that one. Then I traded this long one here with Chris Armstrong. And that was it. I didn't take this one. I had a sell stop underneath here. Um, so yeah, we had uh, I traded this one just before my session with Andy Matkin. Then I the loss I had with Andy Matkin, then the win with Chris Armstrong, and that win with Chris Armstrong. So yeah. Oh shucks, thanks guys. Let me switch back. Thanks Dan, thanks Peanut. I forgot I was on MT5, but I'll switch it back because there was uh okay guys, TikTok. Here we go. So we had first one was here underneath this. That's a bit big. Let's get rid of that one. First one was here, selling underneath the low of this candle. The losing trade was underneath the low of this candle because on the 30-minute we got triggered in after a wick up and then it took us out here. Then we sold this one on a flip off the 30-minute. Chris Armstrong, we bought the high of that first bullish candle. Oh, there, and that's it. So we had one win, one loss, two wins, three wins. Got a sell in at 37.56. Okay, nice, nice. Dan, how many trades have you taken this week, just comparing to my journal? I've averaged 3 a day. Monday, I didn't take any. Tuesday, I had live stream, one, two, nothing in the afternoon, so two. Wednesday, one, two, uh, two in the morning, two in the afternoon, because we had a loss. One in the afternoon yesterday, two in the morning, and then four today. So yeah, averaging like 2.5 a day this week. Um, been holding USD pairs sells for 9 days currently since FOMC on Wednesday. Nice. Rob McGee result left a buy on the DAX while I went to scrap my car. 225 quid plus 60 quid. Metals plus 23 in the bank from closing DAX as it reached 121 pips. Celebrating with steak and excellent red wine from my. Well done, Rob McGee. Okay, so Rob McGee's had a result. Mark Roy, good afternoon. Uh, Revolution, thanks for the follow. But look, judging on the way the market is right now, I'm pretty much certain we're not going to get a trade this afternoon. That news did nothing and it's static. There's nothing scheduled. If we look at the daily, we're probably in a consolidation phase for maybe a few days before we then decide to either break higher or break lower. Mm, so for H1. Um, well, guys, steady stream today. Steady stream today. There's Dan need 8% and 10% for the next stage. Have you got two accounts on the go, Dan? Going back to the Ryder Cup, cheers. I don't blame you, Jez. There's nothing happening here, mate. Get yourself a nice little nice bottle out. Jimmy, good afternoon. MW, good afternoon. Like I was saying, guys, we trade live every day, but just because we're here live and talking about what we're going to do doesn't necessarily mean the markets are going to set up for us. Um, so it's just a matter of, right, we have to be there. And what is this? We have been nominated for UK what is that? The British Excellence Award 2025. Well, that's good to know. FTMO and 5% is lovely. All right, Dan, keep up the good work. Right, so we are. There's nothing happening, guys. Nothing happening. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Mm, yeah. No, not a lot going on, guys. Not a lot going on. So, depending on what your depending what your goal is, guys, I would say now is the time to just close the screen, enjoy your weekend, and walk away. Walk away is what I would be very inclined to do. There's yeah, no reason to be sticking around. Looks like we're going to 37.87. Who knows? Who knows? I will just trade what I see. Um, if we get a 30-minute close above here, then we could look for potential longs. You just got to bear in mind that 37.61.60 area where these wicks are could just be a range that gets filled before it reverses. Dan, yeah, time to enjoy the afternoon, sun and Ryder Cup. Yeah, perfect. See you next week, Dan. Hi, Ken. You are not trading on New York session. I trade pre-New York and when COMEX opens. Same time every day, Chris dear. So every time, every day, 1 o'clock till about 2:30. Yep, and that's UK time. So same time every day. But there's absolutely nothing for me to trade now. Mm, mm, yeah, nothing. Yeah, no, I'm done, guys. If you've got any questions, fire them in now. But I'm gonna wrap up for the day because, like I said, there's no point me being here. I've got another mentoring session at 2:30. So if you've got some questions, ping them in now, and I'll happily answer them. But if not, sometime the movement happens after 2:30. Yep, but there's movements before I start trading. There's movements during I'm trading. There's movements after I'm trading. I'm not sticking around for all of them. You have to set yourself some deadlines as when you trade and stick to it. If you remember, I don't sit here all day to trade. That would drive me insane and I would lose my passion for it. I trade the hours that I do, which is like 6 to 8 a.m. UK time. I'm up from around 5:30. And then I'll trade between 12 and 2:30, 12:30 and 2:30. Friday, it starts to wrap up, so I'm not really that fussed. Monday mornings, I generally don't trade. So they're my hours of trading. The rest of the time, I'm doing work for brokers, for my clients who I train on a one-to-one basis, and then other work for my community. Yeah, so remember, whatever it is that you do, give yourself some like parameters of to when you're going to work in that space and just do it very well for a period of time and then come away from it and recharge and then go again. Yeah. Okay, guys, any questions? Yeah, no more questions. For those of you that are like I said, that really interested in joining, yeah, sure, Liberty Empire, go for it. Yeah, tell me, what's the question? Can you bring up NASDAQ chart again? Yeah. Anna, I know your question before you do it. Can we do a flip? I'm from Nigeria. I have this fear of entering a trade. Okay. What's the fear? You're worried you're going to lose money. You're worried. Do you know what fear stands for? Go on, tell me what fear stands for. What do you think fear stands for? Shall I tell you? Fear stands for fake emotions appear real. Okay? Fake or false, whichever way you want to say it. False emotions appear real. So, when you place a trade, what is the worst thing that can happen? Tolu, gold is moving up. Yep, but it's still in my range. So look, so what's the worst thing that can happen when you place a trade? The worst thing that can happen is you can lose your entire account. So the one thing that you need to know how to do is place a trade, because that's the only thing you can control. Stop loss, entry, lot size. The lot size is going to determine how much money you risk. So if you have your account or your standard settings set to the minimum, so 0.01 lots, you should never blow your account unless it's $100 or $200 and you don't put a stop loss on. Okay, so 0.01 and learn how to use the software. If you don't know how to use the software, don't even place a live trade. Use a demo account. As I said earlier, there's one place and one time for a demo account, and that is to learn and to use the platform so you understand how to navigate around the platform that you're going to deposit money with. Yeah, makes sense, guys. If it makes sense, drop some likes or type yes, whichever one is best for you. Mm, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Right. So, those of you that really want to, right, now gold is actually giving me some interest. Okay, gold's giving me some interest. Let's stick around. Um, Gotta wait 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Any proper count that I can get for $20? No idea, buddy. No idea. What I would say is if that's what you're working with, then I'd probably consider saving a bit more cash up before you start trading. Now I know why you're worried about placing a trade. Okay. $200, that's fine. So 200, um, look, go to, mm, let me send you something. I love what you are doing and the patience. Yeah, that use that. You'll get a 50% deposit bonus. But if you don't use it, you won't. Uh, what have we got? 68. There's still 50 pips above here. So we've got 4 minutes to wait. 4 minutes to wait. TP1 on paper trade for gold. Nice one. Yeah, listen, it's everyone's prerogative. I see what happens to people after they paper trade and then go live. Can you check the 4 hour chart? Could it be shooting for double top? Now, just just remember what, damn it. All right, what do we see? Remember, whenever I talk about ranges and the markets getting into consolidation, we look for the market to then break out of that consolidation because that then should give us the next direction for the impulsive move. So we've got 3 minutes. If this candle closes like this and the next one moves down, we're buying. Okay? Or I'm buying. We see market. I just want to look. 69. Yeah, still like 60 pips. 68. More like 40 pips. So next one to come down. If it comes down, I'll be placing a buy stop above the highs. 64, 60. Hmm, not doing anything yet. What's the high? Still 70. All right, let's put that there. We have about 15 seconds. Hey, come on, don't be an ass. Drop. If it just goes straight up on the next candle, I'm not doing anything. I need it to drop down. Come on, drop. Come on, pull back. If it doesn't drop, it doesn't drop. I just don't take it. Can Wolf speed cost to borrow rate 615% updated squeeze. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Lemon Drop just dropped a Wolf speed cost to borrow rate 615%. No idea. Okay, so we're getting a bit of a pullback. So 66.14. Is that right? 66.14. 66. What's the high? 64.7. The high? 64.8. Hmm. Okay, if we break the high again, what's the high of that candle? If we break the high of that candle, 66.4, so 66.68, that'll do. Okay, so we have okay, there we go. So now we're seeing it drop back down. If we touch these lows, what I'm going to do is, hold on, we're getting close to these wicks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down to the entry price I wanted to enter, which is just above there. So this is just so we don't get caught in those false moves. The high is 64.83. So let's go 65.2. All right. Did that make sense, guys? I'm not in a buy. I've got a buy stop. So that means the candle has to break, has to turn around, buyers have to come back, and we have to break the high again before we get triggered. And let's just put so there we are. So let's see what happens. Did everyone understand what I did there and why? Uh, TP, extended TP at 77. Let's put let's just go. And X TP2 at 70. Where would the stop loss be with a buy stop at 65? So, how many pips do you look for on an average for the wick down? I just want it to wick down, so I won't just do it if it has like a Nats. Oh, what did I just do? Um, Now this is where you can use what we call like uh, dynamic or where would the stop loss be? So this stop loss right now is a fictitious stop loss. It's just there to be placed. The stop loss will go in place once we trigger, which would be underneath the low of the candle when it triggers. So sometimes if this stop loss, if this candle only moves down 15 pips, then the stop would be 15 pips. In this instance, it's moved down 47 pips, so stop would be 47 pips. So it all depends on the retracement. Now, for those of you that are a little bit more aggressive, your variable risk would be if we think this market, if this isn't going to be a false break, if we think this level is going to hold, if I'm trading at 5 lots, I might put 1.25 lots live here. So what you do is you go 1.225 and I'm just going to see if we can drop a bit more. Okay, there we go. So I've just bought live, but with 25% of my normal risk. Okay, so what I'm looking for the market to do here is just find buyers. So this is 25% of my normal risk. Okay, as soon as we see this come, let's say above here, which is around, it's a big old drop actually, 30 pips. So if it moves 20 pips, I'll bring my stop up. If I get a 5-minute bullish candle, I'll bring my stop up underneath the low of this one. So you're just using a very small risk here because it's 25% of what I would normally do. It's just a way to get a bit more bang for your buck if you're right with what's going to happen. But at the same point, it's not going to cost you very much. So if you trade at 1 lot, you'd be looking at, let's say, buying 0.2. If you traded at half a lot, you'd be trading at 0.125. I mean, you can do it even less if you want. This is just something that not a lot of my members do, but occasionally I will do it. And I'll do it when we've had a bigger drop like this. So right now it's only costing me what, about $150. So it's nothing crazy that's going to affect the day's trading. Right, they're open in 6 minutes. Five more minutes. This is where I'd love to have a bit of music on, but Jay Vince, thanks for the follow. Quamsy, thanks for the follow. Daily Dose of Fun. That's a good name. Thanks for the follow. How many pips do you look for? Oh yeah. It's more a visual thing. Let's just say 25% of the body. I don't think there's an exact science. I just don't want it to be the spread, put it that way. If you see a black body, then you've got a wick down. But if the spread just fluctuates and it therefore gives you a wick, that's not a wick down. Four minutes for the open, guys. 4 minutes for the open. Mick, thanks for the follow. So remember, guys, we have a buy stop up here based off um, the breakout. Now, what we've seen is the market's come back to tap this level, and I bought live at 25% of my normal risk. 25%. So not full risk, 25%. On the basis that if I'm right and the market holds this level and we come back to our entry price, then this initial trade here is basically going to cover, yeah, it's gold. This entry would cover any risk we have associated with the next with the full trade. 3 minutes, guys. Oh, 1.5 minutes, guys. 1.5 minutes. Same question. Romery, thank you for the follow. Nesh, thanks for the follow. How are we doing? What's the time? see how long we have. 12 seconds. Are we going to lift off or are we going to drop? What do you reckon? AJ, let's hope so. Wick down on the 5. Takes the low out. We're probably going to keep going. If it pops the highs, we'll bring our stop up on the 1.25 lot entry just underneath these lows. So we need to see this candle break the highs and start pushing towards these highs. Oh God, I know. I've got a coaching session. Where are you, Gandalf? 2:30. Bear with me a second, guys. Okay, so, oops. And this one looks like we're going to pop now. We've taken out the low of that candle. But never know. Oh, you're on the live stream, Gandalf. Okay, nice. Yeah, so if you, I don't know how long you've been here, bud, but this was a flexible risk, dynamic risk, whatever you want to call it. Um, we're keeping the buy stops up here. We just took a 25% of normal risk at the level, looking for the market to maybe find some buyers or a bid to come in and rotate gold back up to the previous highs. Now remember, there's a much more. The reason we use a lot lower risk in this case is because there's a lot more. Um, the probability of this trade failing is significantly higher. So if you are going to take a trade like this, make sure you do it at a fraction of your normal risk. So then if it does take a hit and you have a loss, it doesn't really affect your account. Mm, I'm going to bring that entry back above this 30-minute high now. So where we've got our original entry, the dynamic risk, I'm looking for the market. Oh God, hold on. I want the market to break its own high, and then we're going to look to fill the range of that wick. All right. Let's just move that. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I've just changed my entry prices and everything. So what I'm looking at doing here is if we are going to break the high of this candle, I would suspect we're going to go and fill the range of this wick. So instead of buying up here where we had our previous entry, we're going to take a full risk trade as soon as it breaks its own high. Does that make sense, guys? That makes sense? Let me know. So in a second, and when we trigger, you're going to see two different numbers here if it triggers. In fact, what I'll do, because I don't want to be running an extra 1.25 lots, when the first position goes into, as soon as the second one triggers, I'll close this first one. There we go. Okay, so I've just banked 5 pips on that one, guys. And there we go. There's 10 pips. Let me know if you made money. Let me know if you got your 10 pips, guys. Okay, we're out. Easy pips, guys. Easy pips. Well, oh, yeah, just had. You know when you just have a horrible feeling that you'd left a trade open on another account? It's okay. I put zero point 0.5 lots, made 200 quid. Lurching. You have no fear of loss, mate. It's dangerous. Okay, so look, there we go, guys. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Let's change the stats. We have another win. Another win. I'm not counting the first one, by the way. Even though it was 5 pips, I'm not counting the first one. Okay? It was lower risk, and I'm not counting it. So look, I could, in theory, put 25 wins, but I'm not. Lurching, listen, that 200 quid, you could put some of that and come and join the community. Imagine what you'd be making. For those of you that um, really are interested in being in a sound community, and I do mean it, remember, the community is not just about me. The community is about everyone that's in there. Lurching, thanks for the kind words. Um, Everyone makes the community. We've got members that are doing super well that are sharing charts all the time. So if you want to, guys, click on the link that I've just posted in the chat. Like I say, I'm here every day, but if you really want to make a big difference and start really upping your trading game, click on that link and then take advantage of either the monthly discount or the annual is on a massive discount right now. I will turn it off at some point. The annual is just on a huge discount right now because we've relaunched. If you're interested, guys, go for it because I will pull it down probably next week on the big discount. Okay, and that'll be going back up to 997 from 497. So probably by next Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know yet. I will be pulling down the 497 special offer. Thanks, Anna. Take care, darling. Have a great weekend. Everyone here, have an amazing weekend. And what a nice way to sign off with a winning trade, right? So take care, team. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye bye.